All right, Brew United. Here's your reply from me, Joshua West Music. So I'm going to spell out my name, Joshua, and I'm going to have my list of my video games. I'm going to stick with arcade classics because that's kind of my jam. Anyway, how I know Brew United, we both have passion for good beers, good music, obviously guitars, basses, whatnot. So that being said, here's my list. Starting with J, 1982. It was when I was a kid. We go up to the Outer Limits arcade, and one of the coolest games to play there was Joust. And it's one of the first games, after, of course, Asteroids and Pac-Man, that I remember pumping a lot of quarters into. And it was just such a different game at the time. It was really cool to play, and it's really cool to see my kids enjoy that game as much as I did. So that's for J. O, a groundbreaker at the time, Operation Wolf. Now the cool thing about this game is that it had an Uzi mounted to it. It was a Uzi 9mm, and it was really cool because it was the first game that I can remember that you actually could aim something at the screen and shoot guys, and it was like, wow, that's really cool. So 1987's Operation Wolf for O. And S. Now, S was a game that I played a lot, but I probably watched as much as I played, because my friend Steve was so good. He could get so far into the game on one quarter, and it would take me like a couple of dollars to not even make it that far. But that was Shinobi. Shinobi was a great side scroller. And then I think it was like the bonus levels. You had like this first person view where you're slinging shurikens at these ninjas. And it was a cool game. And it was one of the games down at the Fast Fair where we would go to play. That was our like local place that we'd walk to go and spend time. One person would go and grab a soda, and then we would take turns, going back and refilling the cup when the clerk wasn't watching. And so, good times for my youth, watching and playing Shinobi. H, also at the Fast Fair, was Hang On. That was 1985. It was a Sega game. I remember, playing pole position was really fun because you had the steering wheel, but Hang On was the first that I remember having, a motorcycle, handlebars that you could steer with, and that was just super cool. I thought that was really cool, and, I played it a lot there at the Fast Fair as well. All right, U. U is more of a challenge. I honestly could not come up with an arcade game that started with U. So I went with one of my PS1 games that I played a good bit, and that's Jammer Lammy. It was a follow-up to one of my real favorites, Parappa the Rapper. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. So that was a game that we played a lot, in the late 90s, and just had a great time with. Jammer Lammy kind of fell a little short of that, but it starts with you, so it's in my list. All right, finishing strong with A, Afterburner. And not just Afterburner, which was a cool game in itself, had the joystick and, the flight controller stick. And it was, I guess released around the time of Top Gun. Really cool. But in 1987, I went to my local Putt-Putt, and in their arcade was this machine that was a sit-in. It's Afterburner 2. And the whole thing like tilted up and down and side to side. It was awesome. I mean, it was so immersive, super cool. Just could not get enough of that game. It was awesome. And I guess about a year before that, this, I'm sure it's super cheesy now, but at the time I loved the movie. Iron Eagle was on HBO, and it had a killer soundtrack. And I would just always just hear in my head One Vision from Queen And I would have that in my head while I was playing Afterburner 2. It was just great times, great times. So anyway, that's my list, Joshua. And Andy, thanks for issuing this challenge and getting me off my butt to actually come out and shoot some stuff. So sorry that the video quality is so poor, but my camera had dead batteries and my phone did not. So there you go. And don't forget to subscribe to Brew United. And if you want to hear some of my music, Joshua West Music, you can check out, I got a new album coming out soon. I'm finishing the mixes on it as we speak, and times are good. So thanks again.